Taurus, this is your individual next 6 months tarot reading. So let's dive right into this and see what is going on for you in the next 6 months. I did do the collective next 6 months for Earth signs last Sunday. And so now we're going to do the individuals. And let's see what's going on with you. I've already pre-shuffled the cards. I'm just going to cut these. We'll draw that one. All right, let's start with your oracle. We're going to get a moonology first. Hope everyone is doing well today. I am fine until I go outside. Then my asthma kicks in. All right, so what do we have for Taurus for the next 6 months? Taurus for the next 6 months. We have, okay, some new moon energy. I am a Sagittarius new moon. So a new start is coming with this new moon energy. It's like a clean slate. That's what I'm feeling. A new start. So if you've been wanting to start fresh with something, that's the energy that's coming towards you. And see what your energy oracle is. Ta-da! Ooh, okay. Look at that. This could be a love reading, you guys. I don't know. Let's see. I don't ever really go into anything with these readings usually other than wanting to get a message. That's it. And then just whatever comes out, comes out. Most of the time, that's how I do it. All right, door to romance. Look at that. You know, that I'm really looking at this heart here because it's got that keyhole on there. Someone, and it's a 33. Oh, I love threes. Someone's got the key to your heart. Yep. And it's in that closet there, so it could be a while since you've been open to giving or receiving love. Ooh, I love this card. This is so cool. Psychic Development 27. And so with this crystal ball, you're probably getting some type of messages, or I'm just getting a sense of knowing. Just know things, Taurus. You don't know how you know, you just know. And that's kind of me all the time. It's funny. My son, he's 13 now, and I guess it's kind of hard for him to talk to me sometimes because I sometimes know what he's going to say, and I'll just go ahead and say it. It's a bad habit of mine, or I'll finish his sentences. He'll say, "Guess what this or that or whatever is," and I don't guess it right most of the time, and he's just like, "Oh, it's just no fun." It's interesting. So your psychic development is growing. All right, let's see. We're just looking at future energies. We're not looking at recent past or anything, just what's coming towards Taurus for the next 6 months. Let's see. Let's see. So, a new start. Let's think about the tarot here. See if I can pull on any energies that might pop up. A new start, that could be full energy, any type of ace. Door to romance. We're looking at Two of Cups or a divine pair, like two of the same suit, Queen and King, or the Empress and Emperor. Psychic development, that could be the Hierophant or the High Priestess, some type of higher knowing. So let's see what we have. Justice. Ooh, look at that. Libra and Balance. 8 of Swords. And there we go. We have a new beginning in love. Wow. Did we call it? We called it. We called it. All right. There we go. Now look at that. She's kind of in a cage. Right? Look at that. Ooh. We'll get to it. I'm feeling what's already happening there. So I think that was the Ace of Cups again that was about to flip out. Holy crap. If that was twice. Ooh. Now, this is 2 cards. I'm not going to know if I should take them together or split them up, but this is the top card. So we have the Tower over Justice, and this one's going to go there with the Hermit. That's Virgo energy. So, Queen of Cups, there's more love. Yep. Okay. Taurus. Woo-wee. This is definitely, this is a new start as well. Is it not? Okay. Yeah. Uh-huh. So this is something that's coming in. You can't stop it. The wheels are already in motion for this. You know what I'm saying? This is Libra, but this is about, it's karma, it's action. And I don't mean karma in a bad way. That because karma just means action. That's what it means. So this is a cause and effect. Whatever you've been doing or have done, it's leading to a big massive shift, a change. You may not realize it. You could either be taken by surprise, or even if you see it coming, this something is changing abruptly, really fast. That's what this is. And so, I'm not feeling anything negative here. Someone could be sweeping you off your feet, literally taking you by surprise, is what I'm feeling here. That's what I'm getting. We do have this balance here with this energy. So if you've been treating yourself very well and loving yourself, caring for yourself, then that's the energy you should be attracting. I say should be, excuse me, I gotta drink something. Oh, I won't have another one of those mornings. So this is coming in pretty quickly. And this is because you've done some things here. This is cause and effect, law and order. Things follow a specific pattern. And so it's very important that we are conscious of what we're thinking, doing, acting, and behaving, not just to others, but to ourselves, because that's what we're going to be attracting. This is coming in pretty quickly. And so here, I'm noticing these kind of bars. It's like a cage, right? So for some of you, there could be something from your past that made you go into hermit mode, that made you withdraw from romance or connecting with people. Something like that is what I'm feeling. This kind of feels like, well, for some of you, it could have been a dark night of the soul. We see this dark night with the moon, but that is indicative of a new beginning. Oh, it's going to be one of those readings, huh? Where my throat is just going crazy. My throat chakra. All right, so this is about trusting your intuition. And the Queen of Cups, that's Cancer energy, that's moon energy, moon, intuition. And so, whatever puts you in this sense of feeling trapped or stuck, this sense of worry, dread, fear, all that stuff. Watch the Tarot in Your Sign with Gemini. We go over all the 8, 9, and 10 of Swords, because this is a card of Gemini. This is being stuck in your thoughts. Stuck in your thoughts, but you're not really. I keep seeing this card here. You're not. Okay, had to clear my throat like big time. You're not really stuck. She's not really tied up. This is a mental prison, and that is it. It could be that you had your heart, could be closed off, has been closed off. But we have the Hermit crossing this energy, which I really like, because the Hermit takes time to self-reflect, to do some inner work, some inner healing. How long have you been hermiting? I feel like it's time to come out. He's venturing back out into the world, much wiser, much fuller in like emotional maturity and understanding how things are. I feel like you're protected at this time too. You have some divine guidance there with that corvid, the crow, the crow spirit there. You might be seeing crows, hearing crows, finding black feathers. That would be a synchronicity there. But I think you feel it's time. So there is a huge progression here of coming out of this energy and being more open, shining this light. This is symbolic of your hopes and dreams, reestablishing them. So I feel a lot of healing energy here for you, Taurus. And there's a lot of wisdom there in the Hermit. A lot of wisdom. And look at this. This is that new start, saying it's coming. It's probably going to take you by surprise. You're going to, somebody is going to come knocking at your door, and you're going to have to go answer it. It's up to you if you want to share. And I say knocking at your door, I don't necessarily mean literally, although it could happen for a small percentage of you. You might find them that way. But, something, this is, an opportunity. The ace is. You don't have to accept it if you don't want to. But it's saying it's there. The aces are always there. It's whether or not we are in alignment with that energy. And it feels like here that you have done a lot of healing, a lot of deep introspection. We see that here with the Queen of Cups energy. She has turned anything that has happened to her into these pearls of wisdom on her gown. And I feel like that's what you have done. You have transformed inside, emotionally mature, very caring. There could be a refocus here. If this isn't a love match coming in for you, this is you refocusing on your heart's desire, your hopes, wishes, and dreams, because that can be what that cup is for you, your heart's desire, whatever that is. Is it a person? Is it something you've always wanted to do? Is it a hobby? And hobbies are great. And sometimes we can turn hobbies into, money makers, and then that's what you can do. But there's some kind of heart's desire here that is calling you, Taurus. And it's here, it's open, it's ready. It's just, are you ready to receive it? That she is open to giving and receiving this love. So that's what it's up to you. The door to romance here could be, it could be a romance, could be a real, true romance here. I'm just going to pause anytime I need to clear my throat so I don't have to keep going back and editing the video. So if you see a little pause, that's what that is. All right, let's keep going and see what's happening here. This really could just blow your mind here. This person, how they come in. Oh, look at this. We have the Strength card. This is a really good depiction. The Strength card is a soft power card. It's not like the Emperor, which is kind of harsh. This, look at that. She's tending the wounds of her, the darker, the shadow self. I have to say, so we have two sides of ourselves. We have our light side, and then we have our shadow side. And our shadow side can sometimes turn against us. Right there with that Eight of Swords, that's a shadow running amok. And it's not good for us. So, like I said, there was healing here. There's healing here. This is taming that inner beast, taming those negative interdects and things in your mind that cause this kind of worry. So you're doing it. This is healing right here. Very strong. This is inner strength, right? Taming that beast. I really like seeing that, especially in this reading, because of that Eight of Swords. It's very nice. And that's Leo energy. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Oh, and the Chariot. More Cancer energy here. So we have Cancer, and the Ace of Cups is kind of, that's all three of the water signs. So that's good. So you have, some decent major arcana here. We have Justice, Tower, Hermit, Strength, Chariot. Let's see what's crossing these energies here. Oh, look at that. The Lovers, a choice. Do watch that Gemini, the tarot on your sign, even though it's not your sign. Here we go. Look at that. You're choosing you. And that's good. Okay, Four of Cups and Seven of Swords. Okay. So the Lovers, this is Gemini. This is a choice. It's a choice. Now, some people read it as a choice in love, and it is. In a way, it is. Now, is it a choice in love of a person? Could be. It's really up to you who you give your love to and who you accept it from. But Gemini is the twins, right? And so it's about those aspects of ourself. You know, there's two sides to a person, the light and the shadow, which I was just talking about. And that's this as well. We have this. This is a card of Mercury. Mercury is a messenger. It's communication. This is communication with yourself. This is you bringing these two together. This is you becoming whole. It's you're no longer separate like this Eight of Swords, where your shadow self is destroying your light self. That's kind of, what can happen here with the 8 and 9. Hmm? So I feel like you are becoming more balanced. You're choosing to, I want to say, wed, to marry these two parts of yourself that are so different. And that's what this card can also talk about is, if this is talking about a separate person, it could be talking about someone who's wildly different from you, maybe from another country, speaks a different language, has a different skin color, whatever it is, different religion. We're saying not what you expect. So be open, open. But I feel that this is really more a card talking about your self integration, accepting, not only accepting your shadow, but loving and caring for that side of you. Because it's really there to protect you, not be against you. That shadow is there to be that beast to rise up when there's incoming danger, but not flip on us. So this looks really good and healing to me. The Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Well, she's very resourceful, isn't she? She is the mother of all resources. She's reflective of the past, as are all queens. Are we not focusing, or is that just my eyes? Let me make sure this is focusing, because I know it did that to you. No, was it the focus thing? I think it was. You see here? We focusing? All right. So I hope it's been focusing, because it's kind of hard to see. I think it is. All right. So resources right here. Queen of resources. Let me turn this. Hold on. That's almost too dark. Sorry. I'm like, is this good? Is this good? It's usually just on one set of settings, but depending on how bright or light it is outside, it also affects what's going on in here. So anyway, we have this wonderful, resourceful Capricorn energy here of being very hardworking, practical. That's fine. You're Taurus. You can dig it, right? Because yours is the King of Pentacles, so it's very similar energy. And it's being crossed by the Four of Cups. There's something in your emotional life that is unsatisfying. Maybe hasn't turned out the way you expected, way you hoped, or something that used to be fulfilling, emotionally fulfilling, no longer is. It just isn't. And we change as we grow. Some people need to change and they don't. That happens as well. But the point of this is there's always opportunity out there if you're open to it. This person, what gets me about the Four Cups every time I see it, they're sitting in a very restricted posture. There's no movement. There's no action. And so what I think with this Queen of Resources energy is I don't think you would stay in this energy too long, because she's going to look at these resources here that she has at her disposal, and she's going to figure out what she can do to make things better. Because queens are initiators. It's a creative energy. So you want to pull on that to try to make something different. You can't make a different cake using the same ingredients. You have to switch things up. So if you start to get into this sense, you've got to pull on this energy of resourcefulness to figure out how to get out of this. I feel like this is a temporary energy. This has been showing up for a lot of people, you know? I think opportunity is going to be coming when you least expect it. That's what I'm seeing here. And I also feel like maybe relationships in the past, they just didn't work out for you. And that feels like it's connected here with that 8 of swords, and kind of going into hermit mode. It's like, why bother? Why try? Why try to do anything? So now we have more Cancer energy here. So you might have it in your chart, I don't know. But we have the Chariot crossed by the 7 of Swords. Both of them, when you think about it, are cards of strategy. The Chariot has a focus, a goal. There's something that they are going after. There is there is a sense of guaranteed victory with the Chariot, of coming out on top. But at the same time, whatever it is that you're going towards, you have a certain level of privacy. You're not telling everybody your business. You're being a bit secretive, which is, the sevens are a mysterious number. Like if you think of the 7 of Cups, it's got that mystery illusion and stuff like that. So it's not really bad. So the 7 of Swords just is saying that you're being very selective with what you tell people about yourself. And that's fine. You're being selective about who you share your goals with. And I think that's fine too. But there is some really deep strategy going on here, because there is a sense here of you wanting things to work out. And I get the feeling that if this is a relationship of some kind that's coming towards you, even though this is a card of like going for it, and off to the races, usually I get that feeling, but in this one I feel a bit more restraint. I feel more control. And it's very, what is the word I'm looking for? It's not strategic. It's very well thought out and planned. It's not reckless at all. It's not like a Knight of Swords energy or anything like that. This is very cautious and careful energy, is what I'm feeling with this one combined with that one. Now, if we had like the Knight of Swords crossing this, woo, crazy, right? But this crossing it, this is a very deliberate action, if that makes sense. But it's very cautious. You're very aware of people and their intentions. If somebody was to come at you with any type of ill intent, I think you would notice it. I think you would sense it and feel it with that psychic development. And you're not going to stop. You're not going to slow your roll for anybody that doesn't feel right. They have to come at you right. So I'm getting 2 different things with that, with those 2 cards there. All right, let's keep going and see what else is coming towards Taurus. Oh, King of Cups. Look at that. There we go. There's a King of Cups and a Queen of Cups. Now, this could mean 2 things. Well, let's go ahead and let me get the rest of the cards out before I go. You know what that means. All right, but let's see. 9 of Cups. Wow. And the 3 of Pentacles. Let me bring this camera down just a smidge. There we go. Okay. Let's see. All right. Page of Pentacles. Yep, somebody's going to be reaching out. Seven of Wands and 10 of Cups. Wow. Okay. Oops. All right, I'm going to pick that card up here in a minute and just flew out. Yep, we have a divine couple here because we have the Queen and the King. Now, this could mean 2 things. This could be that aspect of yourself that you have brought together, the masculine and the feminine side of you, right? So it could be you being in balance with yourself with that King and Queen energy. Or this could be a person coming in messaging you with that Page of Pentacles. A small offer, a small token, maybe wanting to take you out to lunch or, something like that. His pages are communicators or messengers. You might be hearing from someone else that, oh, do you know who so and so is? You ever met them? Something like that. So, so there could be that going on here with some type of messages between someone here. And I think they think of you very fondly. If that's what's going on here, that's what I'm seeing. If it is a case where this is just you and there's nobody around you, this could be you looking at a new opportunity, exploring or wanting to get more information about a new opportunity with your resources. So it could be something like that. Now, this is a pretty interesting energy here. It comes up right here in this row, which it makes sense to me. You have found your happiness here, Taurus, on your own within yourself. This happiness has always been inside of you with this Nine of Cups. And she's the bartender, so it's up to you to decide who you share your emotion with, right? And we have another 7. So you're protective of your information here with this 7 of Swords, being strategic, but you're really protective of your heart and your emotions and your happiness right now. This is a card of Leo right here with that 7 of Wands. And it's part of that energy that says, if you're going to come at me, you got to come at me right, or you're not getting in. You're not getting any, I'm not sharing my emotion with you. This is very firm boundaries, very firm. And I like that. I like that a lot. This is also wish fulfillment. It's coming from the inside of you, which is beautiful. I mean, this is great. You don't need anyone to make you happy. You do it all on your own. And that's exactly what we're striving for. You shouldn't be looking to anyone else to make you happy. Why would you want to give that kind of control to someone else? That'd be terrible. And you're not. So don't have to worry about that. And now you have the 3 of Pentacles. So this is working creatively with someone. Now this could talk about this offer, this relationship. You may just very well work very good together. This is cooperation and just really, it's teamwork. And relationships, it is work. But if this is referencing a person, look at this. You work together. You're like peas and carrots. This is total happiness. They give you that 1 extra cup. Look at that. He's offering it. I say he or she. There's that extra cup. That cup with your 9. Boom, you got 10. So whatever this is, if this is a job opportunity coming in, if this is you being in balance with yourself, your masculine and feminine, or if this is, just you being happy with what you do in your life, you're happy. I mean, this is just wonderful. This is that happy ending, because look at what happened up here. Something comes in and changes things. A storm, if you will, that tower with the lightning. But look at this. This is that rainbow after the storm, Taurus. But you got to be open to this. Yes, do be strategic and, protective. But you got to be open. 1 enchanted evening, the perfect night. That's how you might meet this person. If this is a person, or it could be, if it's not a person, it's an opportunity or something. This is what, hey, if you get invited to something, you might want to go. Eagle, you will soar towards your destiny with greater clarity and strength. I like that, but we got new start all over this. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. I don't think you've met this person yet. And dark man, dealings, relationship with, wow, I've never had that combo come up. You're meeting someone new here. This is not a past person. Not. That's good. That's good. All right, Taurus, let me know what you think of this reading? Did it resonate with you? So even come back after 6 months and say, oh my gosh, everything happened. Let me know. It'd be exciting to find out. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, that's going to be it for now. So we'll see you next time.